Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a reading today. This one is called The Next Chapter in Your Love Story. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a challenge or a separation in their connections. So please keep that in mind and obviously just only take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today will be listed down below. And today's piece is The Lovers, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So let's get into it, you guys. What we're going to kind of do is we're going to do like a past and then present energy. Obviously, the future will be the next chapter in your love story. So let's go ahead and get into it. By the first set of cards, if it's not your story, it's not resonating with you, that just means I'm not tapped into your energy today. So just skip it, okay? All right, let's do it. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get the overall energy of the past of this connection. So what is the overall energy of this connection from the past when you and this person originally met and came together? What do we need to know about your past story? Ooh, we have new life. So it could be that when you guys met each other, you guys felt this like instant chemistry where it was just going to be amazing. It was going to be new. It brought some sort of new life and energy to your life. So I just feel like it could even be like an awakening for some of you guys where you just felt like this new lease on life. You felt really energized, really good. Let's go ahead and get another card here. We have the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So the fifth chakra, you guys, is the throat chakra. You and this person could have had just like some amazing conversations. The mental chemistry was just insane, out of this world. The conversations that you guys had were really, really deep and philosophical. It could have just expanded your mind, or you could have just communicated to this person or each other just differently or just deeper than you ever had with other people. You could have also really expressed a lot of secrets, a lot of just things that you just normally wouldn't talk about with someone else. You talked about with each other. So it was just very elevated, the energy here with communication. And Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what was the energy here just of the connection. This is some tarot cards that we'll tap into now. All right, what do we got here for the connection in the past? All right, energies that depict the past. Let's take a look at what the mental energy was like. Okay, so kind of like just what made up this connection on like a mental communication level. Let's pick a card for that. Ooh, we have the Two of Pentacles. To me, this is like back and forth. You guys both went. So this was a two-way street. You guys both felt this way. There was just a nice reciprocal energy. You talked, your person listened. They talked, you listened. It was very much a back and forth fluid energy here with the communication. Okay, so I feel like you guys definitely both felt that energy. Let's go ahead and get what you felt. What was the heart of this connection in the past? Heart energy on an emotional level. What was the emotional level? Okay, so we do have the Ten of Wands. Interesting. So what I'm getting here is that communication was great, but when it came to actually going the distance, or when it came to like really diving in deep to this connection, I feel like it was very overwhelming. Like this could have just been a very overwhelming feeling. It was so much too quick, too fast, almost as well. It may have burned out very quickly. So I'm getting an extreme high and then perhaps an extreme low, you know, where it's like a manic energy where we go all in very quick and then realize, I'm not sure if this is what I want. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. This just is too intense for me. So the Ten of Wands is depicting like we didn't even really have an opportunity to even go very far in this connection. There was probably so much more that could have been experienced, because you can see here these two people, they're talking and they're trying to like build. And I just feel like before you guys could even build this connection up, it was like already ending. So I feel like there's a short-lived energy here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the outer circumstances, like things that were happening on the outer world, maybe with other people or influences from others that took an effect on this connection, or just affected it or influenced it. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like the way that somebody thought about this connection was influenced by other people for sure. The Knight of Swords is Gemini's energy. Gemini, Mercury can be, it's very mental. So immediately, just like the communication, words, actions, because of what we're thinking is very highlighted here. So Mercury energy, sometimes we're thinking something 1 minute and then we change our minds the next. Very fickle energy here. So I feel like someone may have had some very strong opinions so someone could have had very strong opinions about your person, or someone in their life had very strong opinions about you, and it seemed to influence this connection, actually. So it's almost like you guys had something really great, but then some kind of chaotic energy came in and really took someone in another direction. So you have that ship in the background and it's going through these waves, up, down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, you could have had a lot of ups and downs with this person where things were really great and then things were really not great. So let's go ahead and get the an overall energy, like on a soul spiritual level, just like what we were feeling, what this energy was on a deep soul level, the overall energy here. Oh, wow. The Eight of Cups. You can see here that guy is standing there drinking the cup, but we know what happens with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups are abandoned. That cup is going to be on the ground and that guy is going to be on his way. So what I get, you guys, is that somebody in the connection, first of all, you guys both drank from the cup. The cups that were here, you drank from them. But there was an eventual walking away. There was an eventual ending here. And we drank from it. We felt like we got what we wanted, and then we were on our way. So I feel like in the past, somebody could have felt used or discarded. Somebody could have felt that extreme like high, but then when they got what they wanted, then they were out. Something like that. That's what I'm getting here. But I feel like there's some heavy influence of other people and what they thought about you, or what your friends or family thought about your person. And so that became a factor. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I just noticed this here. We have 2 cards from different decks, but it's the same exact number, 3939. I don't know what that means for somebody. It could be that you guys were mirroring each other. I mean, I definitely got that with the 2 of Pentacles. Like, it was reciprocal. Someone was up and then something, you guys were both back and forth with each other. Like, and it was an exchange of energy. But it could have just been an extreme high and then an extreme low. Or being kind of confused, up 1 minute, down the next. But there's a mirroring energy here with the 239s. Now, of course, 39s can be a significant age or something like that. Maybe when you met this person, or when something major happened in this connection. Maybe this might be when you and this individual reconnect. I don't know. But 3 + 9 is 12. So there could also be a special significance around the number 12. But of course, 1 + 2, if we reduce that, is number 3. So all of those numbers could be significant to your connection. But all I know is that this connection was influenced. Somebody's actions were influenced by what other people thought about what they were doing or how they were living their lives. And so this became a burden. Somebody felt like they couldn't even build with you because they were already feeling so up in the air for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and get some specifics about how your person was feeling about you when you guys met, like how they were seeing you in this situation. What were things from your person's perspective? Okay, well, we have Yen. I feel like they were open to receive you. This is feminine's energy. you know? They could have seen you as very lovely, very beautiful, very soft, gentle, nurturing, just feminine vibe. Somebody who was also very open, maybe somebody who was very sensitive. But I do feel like your person was open at first to drinking that cup, which is why they did. They did participate and partake in what you were offering. But we do have all tied up. So you can see here that someone feels like their hands are tied. They're not available 100%. Like they're open, but they're not. There's a challenge here. There is something where maybe they also feel very tied up inside. It could be that your individual started to become confused rather quickly, actually, with how they started to feel. You know, it's kind of like too much too quick. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. So in a way, it's like they make a decision to drop the ball and walk away. So let's go ahead and get some specifics here. Where was your person at mentally in this connection? How are they seeing things, viewing you, viewing the circumstances in the beginning? Okay, well, we have the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy, by the way. So the Temperance is 2 cups for 1. So I do feel like in the very beginning, they were open to this connection. They were open to exchanging energy with you. But there was something about maybe not wanting to go so quickly. And I don't know if maybe you were the person that really pushed forward and they were trying to put on the brakes. Maybe it was too quick for them. It was too intense, because we do know that what people were feeling ultimately became a burden, or they felt restricted, like they couldn't do what they wanted maybe to do, which might be that tied up energy. But I do feel like they felt this connection right from the beginning. They saw you as someone of significance. They saw you as someone that they had some sort of feeling for sure. So let's take a look at that emotional energy, the heart space. Okay, well, we do have the 3 of Cups, and I do feel like they felt a lot of, it says rejoice in your connection, happiness. You brought a lot of happiness. You guys had some good times for sure. But the thing is, I'd like to see the 2 of Cups here. The 3 of Cups indicates to me that your person may have not been ready or wanting to just be in a committed relationship with you. Maybe they came in and said, hey, just so you know, I've got issues, or I am with someone else, but I want to spend time with you. It could be third party for some of you. I don't know if that's your story. Please only take that if it resonates. But the thing is, they still wanted to participate in your cup. And I almost feel like this person should not have partaken in your cup, because I feel like you wanted something specific and they knew that they couldn't give that to you for whatever reason, whether it was because they were tied up in another situation or they had some sort of internal issues that really prevented them from being able to open up completely to you. That's what I'm seeing. So what about the external circumstances, how they saw things between the 2 of you in the world? Okay, we do have the 6 of Cups. So, I mean, gosh, a lot of watery energy here. Your person definitely felt like when you guys came together that there was like a significant energy for them. But I feel like they were so tied up inside, like they could not surrender to it. But I feel like the memories of their past love, memories of their past relationship, that was what their issue was. They did not want to repeat that pattern. They did not want to go down that road again. Maybe some of them had been so hurt in their lives that they just couldn't do it again. They just were not going to be able to go down that road. That's what I'm getting here. So it's like they stopped it before it even got started. All right, so what's the overall vibe that this person felt towards you in this connection, or on a deep level, deep soul level? Yeah, look at that. They felt like they had more living to do. They felt like they just needed to withdraw from this connection and be alone. Solitude, just be single, be on their own, do what they needed to do, start a new chapter in their life, whatever was. So again, I keep getting this vibe here that your person really shouldn't have opened themselves up to this connection with you. They shouldn't have, but they did. They did. So let's take a look at your energy here in the past. Interesting. Unfinished symphony. So I feel like this whole situation probably left you feeling like there's a lot of things that are unfinished between the two of you. So I do feel like you probably felt either abandoned by this person or you just felt lost after they left. Like something was really unfinished. Like, gosh, we didn't even get a chance to start here. There's so much unfinished things that we could have done. So many things that we could have experienced. I feel like this person, like, I don't want to say stole that from you, but they like pulled the rug out from under your feet. We have Goddess of the Moon. So, I mean, I feel like you did really have to go within the moon's energy here. You had to really go within yourself and really tend to your emotions. So I just feel like the way that you were in the past with this person is that you were in your emotions, you were in your feminine energy, which is why we had the yen for them. Like you were coming in with your yen energy, your cup open, your cup ready to offer to this person. They did take it. And I feel like because of what has transpired here, it's left you in a way emotionally feeling like they left you emotionally hanging. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some things from your perspective. All right, so how did you see this person or view the thing, your connection from a mental space? Interesting. I feel like you guys knew. Three of Cups. So you guys both have this shared energy of the Three of Cups. This person may have told you that they were not available, that they had issues. Maybe perhaps you felt like you would be the exception. You could change this person. Or you just kind of went into it open-minded, kind of like wherever it goes is where it goes. I'm willing to give this a chance. And, you still wanted to share your heart with this person. You still saw them as somebody that you wanted to share your heart with. So I feel like you guys you knew something. So it wasn't yes, they could have shocked you or pulled the rug out from under your feet because you thought things were going well. But deep down inside, it's like you already knew that this person was flawed or unavailable or had issues. Yep, Seven of Wands. I feel like in your heart space, you guys, like you trusted your heart and you chose this battle. Now, look, I'm not trying to put the responsibility back on you guys like, oh, well, you got this, you went in, so you made your bed, you got to lie in it. But to some degree, you guys did know that this person was complicated, but you went into it anyways because you felt like maybe if you just showed this person your heart or loved them, that they could become open to it, that they could feel your love, that maybe it could help them to heal or that they would trust you. And what I want to say, you guys, is that people's issues are their own, right? There's no amount that another person can really do for someone else to break them out of that toxic cycle. So you may have felt like you had what it took to maybe save this person or love them back to health, but I'm just getting here that wasn't the case. And I felt like you guys really had to choose in the past your love for this person between the love that you had for yourself, like choosing this person or maybe your self-respect. So that I feel was also a battle for you. Let's take a look at the outer world or how you saw things in reality, just between the two of you. Yeah. So the Four of Cups to me is just basically saying like, first of all, Four of Cups is a card of rejection. Somebody has their back to us. Gosh, there's so much potential here. Oh my gosh, like this opportunity to be together is here. Why do you not want it? Why are you not taking this? What's wrong with you? That's what I feel like happened here. You knew that this individual was closed off or broken or something. And even though you had a lot of love that you were feeling, it's almost like you knew that either you had to back off or turn your back on this person in this connection. So just take that message how it resonates. So yes, there was such an opportunity here. There was an opportunity to experience something amazing, but somebody was not ready. All right, let's go ahead and see what your overall energy was. Deep down in your soul, what you felt or knew about this person and this connection. Okay, so this right here is the Sun card, Leo's energy. First of all, Leo is ruled by the heart. And so I feel like you were true to your heart. You were true to yourself. You opened yourself up completely to this person. And maybe you just got burned, or you got disappointed, or you got heartbroken here. But I feel for growth and expansion purposes, you learned a lot. You learned a lot from this individual. You learned a lot from this experience. And I feel like even still today, you have a lot of love for this person, actually. You could see yourself as like a light worker or somebody who's like here to just like shine light, or maybe shine some sort of unconditional loving light on this person's life. Something like that. Bring light to their life. So again, what we know is that from the very beginning, you guys had this here, let me just take it back here. This experience where it was just like, wow, this is like this is a new adventure. This is something new, something I've never experienced before. And just a lot of like mental connection. Like as soon as you talk to this person, it's just like, wow, like just bombs exploding in your mind. And you guys are like both feeling it, right? But the Two of Pentacles can also be a card of somebody that's juggling. So maybe this individual, even though you came in, maybe they already knew that like they weren't going to be able to do it for whatever reason. And it could be because they were all tied up in something else, or they were just all tied up internally. But they did drink from this cup. But I feel like after they drank from this cup, they left you behind. And there's something about them leaving you behind because of other people's influence. So if that first part doesn't resonate with you guys, that just means I'm not tapped in, okay? So if it does, definitely continue watching the video. So now we're going to go into the present energy. What is the present energy of this connection right now? Present energy of this connection. Okay, so we have between worlds. So if you or this individual are with other people, this could be that part of you still loves this person, but part of you is invested elsewhere, or vice versa, your person, or maybe both of you at the same time. But if there's no other connections going on, because we also have the number 3, could be third party, but it could be that you and this individual are like trapped in some kind of, I know it sounds kind of hokey, but it's like there's that 3D energy, and the 4D energy would be having dreams about this person, right? Trying to gain insight on this person. And then that other world is like that 5D energy, which is really elevated. It's that light. And that's kind of cool because we did just get this, which represented where you're at overall, which is light. So I almost feel like you guys were in this light with this person when you met them. Something happened. It may have created darkness within you. And so maybe this is what's going on here. Maybe this is a part of your soul development and growth, is to come to the loving light again with this person. And what that would do is it would help to release you from any kind of shadows or darkness that are holding you down, or just kind of, entrapping you at this time. So that's kind of a cool way to look at it. But between worlds, it's like dark and light. So there's like dark and light aspects, which everything is about balance anyways. So there's nothing wrong with being in the dark and light of things. We're kind of navigating But I feel like there's this 3D reality, and then there's this other reality with this person. So it's kind of like going between both worlds. Sometimes feeling really open and loving, and then other times focusing on what happened and the dark. Yeah, that's the dark right there. So this is the nightmare. This is like having a nightmare about this person. Waking up and just feeling that old pain, that old abandonment, focusing on the negative, right? So the fact that this flamingo here, and the flamingo can be a spirit animal as well, which is kind of cool. And the flamingo to me is all about being social, living your life, putting yourself out there. So it could be that right now somebody is struggling between the past of what happened with this person versus living their best life right now. That could be an issue for someone. But what I'm getting here, you guys, is that where this connection stands just as a whole right now is that people might be in their headspace about what happened, what went down in the past, and what could be perhaps moving forward. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards on the mental energy of the present of this connection. Mental energy of this connection. We have the Page of Wands. I feel like both of you guys are still curious about one another, actually. You're curious about where you went, what you're doing, who you're with, what's going on in your life. It might even be that you guys have even thought about messaging each other, and there may be anxiety about that. There may be anxiety about reaching out and messaging. So the curiosity could lead people to search each other on social media, and that might also create anxiety because maybe we're seeing things that are bringing up some unpleasant feelings. That could be it. All right, what's going on emotionally? We have the Hangman. Hangman is Pisces energy. So to me, there's a little bit of a confused energy here. The Hangman is also like stuck. The stage in our heart space, like we're kind of stuck. But I feel like you guys are both hung up on each other. You guys are both hung up still on this connection. You're both still trying to figure something out about why maybe you still feel each other's energy or why you still think about each other. That's what I'm seeing here. So you're trying to gain some sort of clarity and insight. What's going on in the outer world level, physical world level. I like this because the Nine of Cups means that we're focused on our own cup. We might also have this wish that maybe we'll see each other again. So I feel like you guys both feel that way. You guys both have some sort of wish tied to one another that maybe your worlds will collide once again. But the Nine of Cups just means that we're just focusing on building up our own cups, focusing on self-fulfillment and happiness, doing things that make us happy. So that's a positive. And let's go ahead and get the overall energy or deep soul level. Wow, Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, obviously we can see the divineness coming through with an offer and somebody has their arms closed up to it. So I feel like somebody might still feel closed off to this connection, or somebody is still not able to connect with the light. They're still too in their shadow, like too much in their ego or their shadow. Somebody also might be too preoccupied with themselves to really still see that there is maybe an opportunity for some kind of just an emotional experience. And I know that this individual was very overwhelmed by this experience. I feel like you, the person watching the video, was very open to have the experience, but they were not. So currently they still could be somewhat shut down or closed off from it. But let's go ahead and get their individual energy, because that's just the vibe. Like we're still missing something. We're still missing an opportunity here. Let's see your person's energy towards you and this connection now. Okay, so that's masculine energy. So this could be a confirmation that maybe you're watching this reading for a masculine. So this is like your masculine. But this could just be your person being very much in their masculine energy, very action-oriented, taking some sort of control, making moves, etc. Yep, the thinking man. So to me, this is about how they feel about you in this connection. So this is about them thinking about how to take control or how to take matters into their own hands to create some sort of change. Okay? So let's go ahead and get the energy here of what they're thinking about doing. So how do they view you and this situation currently? Ooh, here we go. The Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is having some major clarity on something, wanting to make communication, bringing forth, like cutting through the stagnant energy. So I feel like your person has thought about or thinks about currently how to cut through the tension, how to cut through the tension and make communication here. So they do think about it. This is their heart space, but that's interesting because now this is matching up with this. They're still missing something, like they're still not taking up on the offer. They're still not doing this. I feel like in their heart, they're just like, they're too scared. Like they think about it mentally. They think about it. And this kind of reminds me of where they were at before. We know that in the very beginning of this connection with you, like they felt the connection. They participated. It made them feel good, right? But their past was still an issue, and they decided to go into this hermit mode and withdraw from you and walk away. So I just feel like their heart space, which we know their heart space was very burdened by this connection, and it's almost like they are still stimulated or still thinking about you, but still feeling either afraid or just not willing to face you in this connection. That's what I'm getting. So they think about you, but when it comes to like their heart, they're still scared. They're still afraid. They're still maybe afraid of rejection. That could be it too. They're afraid that you'll reject them, or that you've turned your back on them, or that you've moved on and that you're not open to them. That could be it as well. So there's a little bit of a variety of messages coming through there. So I feel like that it keeps them shut down. The fear of rejection from you. All right, let's see the outer world. Okay, so the outer world is the Chariot's energy. Of course, the Chariot is about movement, travel, wanting to travel towards you, wanting to have triumph and success with you. So it's almost like their ego, their mind, their heart are in a battle right now. This is the overall energy. So the Seven of Pentacles is patience and planning. This is about kind of stepping back and looking at things, the thinking man. So your individual right now, the energy that they're in with you is they're very much thinking about what to do and maybe making a plan to come towards you, but it's still your person's heart or their fragile ego that is afraid of being rejected, so they're not making any move here, at least not yet. That might happen in the future. So of course this reading is called What is the Next Chapter? So perhaps we will see what the next chapter holds with this person. All right, let's now take a look at your energy here currently towards your person. We have time for a nap. I feel like some of you guys are tired of this shit. You're tired of watching readings that tell you, oh, something is going to be changing with this person, and it never does. I get it, absolutely. I don't think that every single prediction that comes through is something that is absolutely going to happen. Energy is energy, but people have free will to make different moves and change things up. And so not every single time that we watch these readings is this going to be 100% something that happens. We're just checking the energy at the time. So I feel it's just kind of like, being balanced even with watching tarot readings, or when you're watching them, just really taking it all with a grain of salt, actually. Just light guidance. Don't put too much into it. Okay, we have cornucopia. So cornucopia here. I kind of like this, the 11 and the 11. Look at that. Okay. I feel like in your heart, you guys are just trusting here that whatever happens, happens. You know, you're not really trying to do anything major here. You might have already just kind of accepted the fact that, you know what, if your person comes back, then great. If they don't, you're just going to kind of focus on your own blessings. You're going to focus on what you have in front of you. You're not really, it's not at the forefront of your mind. You're not obsessed with this reunion. And I think that's a great place to be in. Like, you could take it or leave it. You're not planning your entire life around whether this person comes back or not. So that's good. That is really good. All right, let's go ahead and see what else is going on here. Let's see your mental thoughts here about this. Wow, look at this here. Two cards wanted to come out. We have the World and we also have the Three of Swords. So there's this energy here where you can choose to look at this from the shadow perspective and be sad and isolate yourself from living your life, or you can embrace the lessons, embrace this happened for a reason, and open your arms to new chapters in your life. That's what I'm getting here. So I feel like you are, in a way, letting this person go with love and light in your heart, but you're not closing yourself off completely. You're still open to the idea that they could return one day. But again, you're not putting all of your bets on it. So again, it's very balanced for me, and I really like to see that for you. So what's the heart energy here? Okay, so we do have the Devil's energy here. We have that heart in the box, Master. And I feel like you are going to work on, or if you currently are, if you haven't worked on this yet, maybe you're currently working on this. But I just feel like you guys are shifting, if you haven't already, into this energy of, I refuse to let this control my life. I refuse to be obsessed with this any longer. I need to open myself up to living my life and still exploring other options. So again, I feel like that's a really excellent place to be in. Don't allow yourself to become trapped. Don't allow yourself to just stop living your life on account of this connection. Because at the end of the day, this person does have free will to continue to be in that Four of Cups energy. All right, let's look at the outer world, outer circumstances here, what you're seeing in the outer world and reality. Okay, so we have Tower. You know that something has to come crashing down. You know that something would have to absolutely be transformed in order to work. In order for you to rebuild with this person's walls are going to have to come crashing down. This person is going to have to be open and ready for this connection. And I'm getting here that you know that. But I also feel like you're ready to rebuild your life with or without this person. So keep getting this take it or leave it energy. And it doesn't mean you don't care. It just means that you're no longer willing to be trapped by this connection any longer. What's your overall energy here towards them? Or the deep soul energy? Okay, I like this. So we've got the Emperor's energy, the masculine you feel. So if you're a feminine watching this video, you are taking this as the masculine has to take the lead. The masculine has to be the person to come back and make a move. You're not going to do it. And I feel like you guys shouldn't be the ones to do it, especially if they have continued to either, reject you, or they did something here where maybe they need to make wrongs right. They absolutely should be that person to take the lead and to pick this back up and to show you that this is what they want. Because why push somebody that doesn't want something? They have to be in this Emperor energy. They have to be in their full divine masculine energy. That's what I'm getting here. So it's kind of like you started as the feminine, being very open and receptive. You, like, in a way, like you were ready. Now your masculine has to be ready. You were open, and now your masculine in the end has to be open to this connection. He has to choose it now. So I don't know what that means for somebody out there, but that is what I am getting here. So on a soul level, you know that, which is why you're probably just kind of like, you know what, just waiting for the masculine to wake up. But again, you're not sitting around, not living your life, waiting for that. Okay, so now what we're going to go into is the purpose of this reading, which is what is the next chapter of this connection, okay? what is the next phase? What is the next chapter of this connection in your love story? We have never-ending story. So that could be concerning to some of you because you might feel like, it's the same story. It's never ending. It's a never ending story. It could also be seen as this story never ended. So we pick back up from where we left off, but we have attachment. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that in the future, you guys are releasing yourself from being attached to this connection or attached to other things that are not serving yourselves. That's what you guys are doing. You're releasing yourselves from that. So I feel like that's very positive, actually, because remember, this is the connection as a whole. So let's go ahead and go into the mental energy here of this connection in the future. I love that. The star. This is healing. Okay. This is the healing energy. This is the stars lining up. This is also spiritual and divine guidance and protection. So whatever was causing your story to just continuously, be the same story over and over and over again, I feel it was because of attachments, things that people were attached to, ideas that people were attached to, the way that people were viewing themselves or the situation. The star means that we're focused on our healing. So when we focus on our healing and we focus on higher thoughts, higher vibrations, things are going to improve. So I feel like there could be this opportunity for your worlds and the stars to align for this connection once again. So that's what that's telling me here. We're focusing higher, which brings a more favorable outcome here. Wish fulfillment. This is the emotional energy. I like this. There is some sort of a wrapping up of this chapter. There is some sort of closure here. There's an ending to a karmic cycle, the burdens of the past. So the worlds and the stars align for the two of you to come back together once again. So I do feel like there is reconciliation here. It is possible, reconciliation. What is the outer world energy? Yeah, and there's the message. So remember earlier where we were talking about where you guys both felt curious about one another? I feel like there's a move that's made, finally. There might not be a move that's made right now. The thoughts are there, but there's no movement. This could be that there is some sort of movement and the universe has something to do with it. So I feel, feminines, that you guys have just kind of pulled yourself back and just trusted that if this person, your masculine, comes back, then it's meant to be. And I feel like you're detaching from, you're less attached to, he has to come back. He is absolutely the only person for me, etc. Because you lessen your attachment to this connection, it's almost like that energy springs forth this masculine. That's just what I'm getting. So I feel like there's a message here. The curiosity is just too much and something needs to happen. And then there's a move made. Knight of Wands. This is movement on the connection. This is also Sagittarius energy, so this could be sometime in November or December. But overall, there is a passion inside. There's a deep passion inside that people can't fight back. So it causes them to make a move on this connection. So I feel like this is action on the masculine's part. It's very fiery in nature, and that's just what I'm seeing here. So now let's look at the masculine's specific energy here in the future. Deep knowing. So this is a masculine that's trusting his wisdom. He's trusting his inner self instead of being attached to old ideas, what other people think about him, etc. We know that had a huge effect on him before. I feel like this is changing. He's wiser. So this could be a connection that's been separated for quite some time. This is somebody who's growing. This is somebody who is using their wisdom and what they've learned along the way on their journey. Somebody who's trusting their heart. Wow. Archangel Raphael. So this masculine, I feel, has gone through some sort of transformation in the future here and is trusting more of their heart, because we know that they haven't been doing that. Four of Cups is prominent in this reading. At the very end, I'm going to go through the doubles or even the triples of the cards that have come up over and over again, because I feel like that has significance and meaning. I just feel like this masculine wanted to be in his heart space with the feminine when they first came together, but could not get there. He was all tied up inside, or tied up in other parties, or tied up with what other people thought about him. So he let this connection go. And he still struggles even to this day to open his heart completely. And I think that's funny, because the Four of Cups came up and we've got the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. So that's major ascension taking place on the masculine's heart level, heart chakra energy. So there's this deep knowing, like he's trusting his heart more. He's trusting his feelings. He's opening up. And spirit, divine guidance, the universe, is actually orchestrating some of this stuff and really helping this masculine to open up his heart space more to this idea of this connection with the feminine. So let's take a look at this energy here. Mentally, where will he be at with this feminine? Okay, so, oh my gosh, look at this. The Eight of Cups. What caused the emotional withdrawal to begin with? This is the masculine really thinking about this. So in the future, Eight of Cups, really leaning into his heart space and figuring out why he emotionally withdrew from her in the first place, or why he could not be open to the emotional experience. So we know that Archangel Raphael is a healer. So this is masculine going through some sort of major heart chakra healing. So that's very cool to me. So the ocean and the tide comes in, the tide rolls out. So this, to me, it's like something coming back. The masculine thinking about why he emotionally withdrew from the feminine, why he withdrew his energy, why he walked away. So this is a huge energy. All right, emotionally, where is he at in the future? Love that. That's wisdom. And I was talking about that deep knowing, that inner wisdom, and the heart space, feeling like there is something unfinished, actually. Feeling like there is, well, we did get the unfinished symphony, but feeling like there's something to learn here. There's something spiritual. The Hierophant is Taurus energy, but this is about commitment. But it's also about deep spiritual connections, significant spiritual experiences, feeling something on a deep spiritual level. So I feel like this is the energy that the masculine is leaning into in the future. He's leaning into, there's something special here that I didn't tap into, that I didn't open myself up to before. But I have this curiosity, what could have been? That's the energy. What could have been? All right, the outer world. Okay, that is the Tower. And this is what you know needs to happen, feminine. Earlier, remember, you got this card. You know that there needs to be a complete and total just reconstruction of the self. And I'm getting here that the masculine is in his outer world, his environment, going through a major Tower moment. So this major Tower moment actually opens him up on a whole new level. So his future, and what he decides to do with you in this connection is dependent upon what happens after this Tower moment. And I'm getting here, after this Tower moment, he is humbled. After this Tower moment, he is brought to his spiritual knees. After this Tower moment, he is really reflecting on how he acted when he was with you, and what he ultimately, just like missed, like the opportunity that was missed between the two of you. So that's what I'm seeing that brings him back, is what could have been. Overall energy, Six of Swords. I do feel like there is something here that he wants to go from these choppy waters to these more tranquil waters with you. That's what Six of Swords is. His overall energy is like he wants to be able to move forward. There's something that holds him, ties him up. It's almost like now he's tied up with you. This masculine might be the kind of person where when he opens up his heart, he very much loves or feels on a very deep level. So when you came in, feminine, because he was so emotionally attached or tied up to people in his past, it's like he did not have room to let you in. But after this has kind of ended and you guys have maybe moved on with your lives, he can now have this experience or really reflect upon it after the fact. And so now that he is able to think about things after the fact, he's really able to look at his feelings and really understand something here and understand that there was an opportunity that was lost. And I feel like he desires to move past this stage that you guys are currently in and see how you guys can transition to a new phase. That's how I'm seeing that. So when it comes to this connection and what's possible in the next chapter, I feel is movement. I'm seeing that here with the Knight of Wands, the new beginnings of the world, as well as the Six of Swords. So definitely some sort of movement here on the connection. And the Knight of Wands to me is the person that's making the move, which is the masculine. Could be in, like I said, Sagittarius season. Okay, this is you. Come to the edge. So it's like you feel something. You know something's about ready to happen. You feel it, you know it, you sense it. There it is. Come to the edge. Do you want this? Do you not want this? You also have free will, feminine, to choose this or not. Because it could, it's like, it's kind of like you can sense a storm is brewing. I feel like you are definitely in touch with this masculine's vibration. So you feel it when it's about ready to happen. You know something's about ready to happen. It's a storm brewing. Now that can become a storm in your life. This could be something that causes major chaos and disruption in your life. So are you ready for this? Are you ready for this masculine to return? Are you ready for him to make a move? These are questions I feel like you got to ask yourself. Are you ready? Okay, this is how you're seeing the masculine. Okay, so you're seeing this masculine as a counterpart. You're seeing this masculine as your other half. You're seeing this masculine as someone that you definitely want to reconcile with and have that balance restored in your connection once again. So I feel like you want this too. You want this too, but it's in a very balanced way. It's not in a, I need this. It's not in that way. So you're very chill. You're very calm about this. You're very aware of it though. Heart space. Okay, so we do have the Two of Swords, refusing to see. So this is very contradictory. So the Two of Swords means stuck. The Two of Swords is confusion. I don't know what to do. So is there a reason why you want this, but maybe it actually doesn't work for your life? If you're with someone else right now, I'm not trying to say get rid of that relationship so you'll be ready. But if you've got something in your life that would prevent you and this masculine from being able to reconcile in a healthy way, you do have to ask yourself questions of what you're doing in your personal life right now. I don't know what that is for someone out there, but that could be a message. This could also be that you do not believe, but I feel like you do. I feel like there's a part of you that trusts and just has this inner knowing about just what is going to pan out and trusting that the universe is going to work its magic. But at the same time, in your heart space, it's like you're afraid. You're also afraid. You want this connection, but you're afraid of it at the same time. Yeah. So that might be an indication of something that you need to work on within yourself right now. What is the outer world, outer circumstances? Yeah, the Six of Wands is movement. It's also believe in this. what you believe, you will succeed. This is going to be victory, success, forward momentum. We can see here there's a boat. It's moving forward. There's light. It's ascension. It's growth. It's ready to take off. So yeah, for me, this any kind of hangups that you might have, feminine, it might be indicating to you that it's time to work on some of these things. All right. And then we have the overall energy, the Eight of Swords, a choice. Will this put you into a situation where you're going to have to make a tough choice, feminine? I don't know. But that's certainly the way it seems to be coming across. It's like you want this, but at the same time, you feel like stuck, hopeless, maybe even afraid that this masculine can't change or that will hurt you again. So that might be the drawback for you. You want to come to the edge, but you're also afraid that you're going to be obliterated once again. But what I have to say about that, feminine, is that if this masculine does come back, you're either going to make a decision to go for this again, like you did in the beginning, and just do it again, or not. The choice, I feel, will be yours. And it's like that statement. It's better to have loved and lost than not to have ever loved at all. I don't know. I don't know if your heart could take it again if this didn't work out. But what if it did work out? Could your heart take that? I don't know. That's the thing in life, you guys. There are no guarantees. So life is about making choices and having those experiences and dealing with whatever the outcome is of those experiences. So I feel the reason that message is coming through is because the feminine could have a lot of fear of loving this masculine again, or just not giving her power, but giving her heart to this masculine once again. That could be very, very scary for you, feminine. So let's go ahead and get some advice from Spirit, okay? Let's get some advice from Spirit. Here and now. Past, future. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool because that's how I did this reading. Past, present, future. Where you're at right now, feminine. This is about, are you satisfied with where you're at right now? Are you happy with where you're at right now? Is there something that you want to change? Is there something that could be different or better? So I feel like that's the question that you need to ask yourself. Do you like where you're at here and now with this connection, with this masculine, with your just own life? So I feel like that's the guidance. The guidance is, if you're happy where you're at right now and you don't want to change anything and you don't want this to come back into your life, then there you go. You have your free will. You don't have to do anything. But if you don't like where this is at, this is about looking at things from a different perspective and maybe doing some of that inner work that needs to be done and just kind of detaching in a healthy way, living your life anyways, and just basically seeing what happens, seeing what pans out. We have action. Yeah, so it's like this is about movement or not. You could either go for it or don't do it. The choice is yours. So it's not really Spirit telling us. Spirit doesn't work that way. Spirit doesn't really tell us this is what you have to do. You don't have to do anything. Spirit is there just to be a guidance system, but that doesn't mean that you have to take, it's like UPS. I'm not UPS, GPS. You know how many times I've been in traffic and I'm like, fuck this. I do not want to wait in this traffic. So you know what I do? I take a detour, and almost 9 times out of 10, I regret it because it takes me way farther out and I might as well have just sat in the traffic because by the time I get back onto the main road, the traffic's flowing again. Had I just been patient, had I just trusted, had I just whatever, just hung in there, then, but you don't always have to make those choices. You can do things a different way and maybe get a different outcome, or maybe get a less desirable outcome because we're not patient. I don't know. But anyways, the message that I'm getting here for the next phase, there definitely looks like there's going to be some sort of change in action and movement here. And it does look like it's coming from the masculine's way. But of course, feminine, you don't have to accept this. You don't have to embrace this. And you shouldn't wait for this. You should continue to live your life. Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and we're going to see what cards came up 2 or 3 times just to kind of see, where things are at. So these are the majors. These are the swords energies here. Major, 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 wands, wands, cups. Okay. So the repeat cards that we got, I think it was, wait, I'm missing some cards. I'm like, wait a second. There are way more cards in this freaking reading. Okay, here we go. This will take me a minute, you guys. Pentacles. Those were the oracles. Wands, cups. Okay, so let's look at the majors first. Okay, I definitely feel like we got that card twice, and I think we got the World twice, but I could be wrong. And I think we got the Tower twice, and maybe the Emperor twice. So there's the World twice. There's the Sagittarius Temperance card twice. There's the Tarot twice. Okay, yeah, no, we didn't get that twice. Okay, so the cards that we got twice here in this reading, and I just feel like it's significant. We have Temperance, the World, and the Tower. So to me, this is a heavy vibe in the connection. So let's look at this. We have Mars energy. We also have Pluto's energy. Scorpio, Aries energy with the Tower. So this is Tower moment energy. It says disruption and rebuild. So there's a teardown of this connection. So it's a part of your story to have this connection fall apart. It is. It's a part of this love story that you and your person will have either go through a dark night of the soul, major ego death energy. But what this does is it helps to rebuild anything that was disrupting your energy field. So in the masculine's case, it's the heart chakra. Something is helping him to rebuild his heart chakra, to restore it, to heal it, to balance it. Feminine, I do feel that this is a very spiritual connection because this is the Temperance card, and Temperance is divine love connection. So to me, that's what this is. And I just feel like it's being confirmed here. Balance and patience. This connection requires a lot of patience, and it also requires a lot of balancing within yourselves in order to regain balance within the connection. It's also about divine timing as well. It is connected to Jupiter, and Jupiter is spiritual. It's also about our belief systems, and it's about expansion and major growth. And sometimes those things can only be acquired through our own journeys. So I feel like there's a part of your guys' journeys that are very separate, where you guys really expand and grow on your own first. We also have this energy here, which is Saturn. Saturn is karma, it's burdens, it's hardships, it's lessons. But the World is also about closure of old cycles and beginnings of new ones. So we have embrace. I feel like the only way that we can embrace this connection fully is once we've lived our lives, once we've really experienced a lot of things in the world. So this could be the kind of connection where you guys came together when you were younger, and perhaps coming together at a later date, embracing each other in your later years, when you have more wisdom under your belt, when you have learned a lot of lessons through other life experiences. So that's the messages that I'm getting from that. So let's go ahead and take a look and see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the majority of the connection here is in the heart chakra. Okay? And the 2 cards that are repeats here are the 4 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Oh, and the 8 of Cups. We actually have, oh my gosh, you guys, we have the 4 of Cups 3 times. I didn't realize that. So that is very significant, but we also have the 8 of Cups and we have the 3 of Cups. So that tells me here that this lesson of the 4 of Cups, that heart chakra energy, and this, of course, the heart chakra we know is Archangel Raphael. So I feel like Archangel Raphael is with your connection, especially working with this masculine to help him heal the reasons why he is still rejecting this connection, or why he rejected it in the past, or just really working on with him on his hang-ups with what was tying him up from the past emotionally. So discontent and bored, opportunity beckons, and then seeing this hand come from the cloud and just rejecting this connection once again. Just rejecting love, offers of divine love. So it could be, you guys, that what you experience with this person is that you felt like they just got bored of you and they left. And that other opportunities are what was beckoning them, and they went for those opportunities and left you behind. So I do feel like there is some sort of feeling of feeling abandoned, kind of like you drank from my cup and then you left me. So some sort of an abandonment wound was created here. Okay, you felt wounded. You also felt abandoned by your masculine or this person, whoever you're watching the video for. The 3 of Cups is about coming together, sharing the love, and rejoicing in celebration of a reunion. So I just feel like what this is telling us here is that as someone walks away, what they work on is this. They work on their issues of why they emotionally draw from other people, including you, and healing that energy. And then when that energy is healed, then there can be a reunion. Then there can be that reconciliation of you guys coming back together and sharing the love, being ready at the same time to share the love. And as you can see, all of these images in the background are 2 people sharing the love with each other. So it's through other connections that you guys are going to have with other people, especially your person, that they're going to gain the experience and wisdom on how to love, and break out of whatever this trauma is that they've been hanging on to. Okay? So then let's see what other cards were repeats here. Page of Wands, that's what it was. So the Page of Wands to me is strong, and this just tells me here curiosity. Also, the pages are students, so they have a lot to learn in life. They have a lot to experience in the world. They have a lot of growing to do. But I feel like that Page of Wands is about curiosity towards one another. So you guys are still curious about each other, even though you guys may have gone in different directions. You guys still have a curiosity about each other. That's what I'm seeing with that. And let's see what other repeats there were. I think that we don't have any repeats here in the Swords energy. Nope. And I think that was it. Right? Oh, we have Pentacles somewhere. Where the heck are the... Oh, wait, this is the Pentacles. Okay, so the Pentacles, we didn't have a match there, and then in the Swords, we didn't have a match. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Those are the messages that I have for you today. So, what is the kind of outcome of this situation? I feel what the outcome could possibly be is that there is still curiosity of what could have been. And that is coming from the masculine side. And I do still feel like you're holding space, feminine, but it will be up to you on whether or not you will take this opportunity once it's presented to you from the masculine. It'll be totally up to you, because there's a part of you I feel that will still be somewhat hesitant as to, has this masculine changed? Can this masculine truly love? Is this masculine's heart space really healed? And what I'm getting here is perhaps work with Archangel Raphael yourself. Ask for guidance from Archangel Raphael that can actually help you to heal not only your own heart issues or your issues that were created with this masculine, or just work with Archangel Raphael's guidance on what to do when it comes to this connection, because Archangel Raphael is the archangel of divine love connections. So this also confirms for me that this is a divine love experience, a connection, a journey, etc. So I hope that reading was interesting and helpful. I kind of did a little bit of a different way of doing something. I just really wanted to dive deep into this for you guys, and I hope that it was helpful to you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.